Hey, it's Noble Credit, Noble Gang. Shout out to the gang, man. Gang, gang, gang. Squad, squad, squad. Listen, guys, we're going over today how I was able to juke City out of their shoes, how I was able to bamboozle City out of their own rules. Check this out. We're going to take a look at some of the resources that you can use to find City's rules, and then we're also going to take a look at my application history to see how, even though I have many, many applications, I was still able to get what I wanted out of Citi. And also, I'm going to give you guys a chance to weigh in on whether or not I should apply for my next Citi card the next day, or tomorrow or the next day, because that's when I'm planning to make that application out. All right, so let's take a look at some of the rules in particular that I'm referring to when I'm saying I juke Citi out of their shoes. All right, so we got this rule called the 865 rule. This means that you cannot apply for more than one Citi credit card in an 8-day period, and not more than two Citi credit cards in a 65-day period. Now, it sounds a little complicated, but just think of it like this. In a 65-day period, only have two applications. That's pretty much all you need to know in that case. Let's go to the rule that I used, that I actually did juke Citi out of their shoes. Where's that rule? Here we go. So, on uponarriving.com, this guy wrote, something else to consider is what some dub the Citi 6-6 rule, which they say you might be denied if you've had 6 or more hard pulls within the last 6 months. This does not appear to be a hard and fast rule like 865, as you can find data points where people still have been approved by Citi credit cards despite having way over 6 inquiries in the previous 6 months. Hey, that's me. Hey, that's Noble Gang. Shout out to the gang. Okay, so this is the rule I'm talking about when I say I juke Citi out of their shoes. And this is not the only place you can find this rule. You can also go to, well, this is Dirt Report. If you don't know what Dirt Report is when you're active duty military, I highly recommend you go to his site. He has a bunch of great info, but in this particular post from March 30th, he was talking about some of the Citibank rules, and he put some of his sources right here. So if you want to take a look at those sources, go ahead. I actually have one of them up. This one, okay, so I have one of his sources up, and the other one is a different source that I use. So we're looking at the 6 and 6 rule right now, right? Okay, where's that 6 and 6 rule? Okay, 6 inquiry limit per 6 months. Many have reported being denied for a Citi card for having 6 inquiries across all banks on a credit report in the previous 6 months. Keep in mind that inquiries rather than approvals are what matters for this one. Since Citi doesn't pull all 3 of your credit reports, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, it all comes down to how many inquiries you have with the credit bureau Citi uses. All right? So how did I manage to get around the 6 inquiry rule? Let me explain. So I'm Noble Credit, Noble Gang. For those who don't know me, I really do this credit card thing. So I really have a lot of inquiries. And in the past 6 months, right now the month is May. So the past 6 months we're going back to, actually the time that I made my last Citi application, that was the 29th. Let's check Experian. 1 second. When did I get my Citi card? Okay, the 29th of April. So in the previous 6 months from the 29th of April, this is the Citi Prestige, by the way. The previous 6 months from the 29th of April, that would go back to, I'm bad with math right now, I guess October. I guess I'm just going to be on the safe side and say October. Okay, so since October on AMEX alone, I definitely have, let's count them. Okay, 1, 3, where's 4? Okay, so we start at application number 4 on a 13 application list, and number 4 is in October. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 6, 3, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 9, 10. All right, so we got 10 applications on American Express alone. No other issuers, just American Express, and I was still able to get around this 6 and 6 rule. Now, why do you think that is? Why? First of all, American Express, if you're already a customer, they do a soft pull on your credit report, so it's not a hard pull. So all these inquiries, they were null and void. These didn't matter. The only inquiry that matters on here is my very first American Express application, which was the Platinum card back in July 2018. And that, I have some evidence of that. Hopefully, nope. American Express. There we go. So American Express pulled from Experian, and I only have one instance of a hard pull on my credit report from American Express, even though I had 13 inquiries on my application status list. Okay. So as you can see, and take a look at this, Chase pulls more than once because I have three Chase inquiries right there. Okay, so it just tells you something special about American Express. So that's why I rock with American Express, because they don't do you dirty like that. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, so you already know I had more than 6 inquiries in the past 6 months from American Express. Now, the good thing is CITI, they pulled from Equifax. And where did Experian pull from for American Express? Or where did American Express pull from? They pulled from Experian. All right? So 2 different credit bureaus in and of itself. So let's see what Equifax is saying. Okay? So Equifax is reporting I have 5 hard inquiries. This includes the very last hard inquiry that I did for the CITI Prestige card on April 29th, 2019. Okay, so here, I'm getting this from creditkarma.com, by the way. Here we have my very last CITI inquiry, April 29th. Before that, this is a CITI inquiry. It's hidden because for some reason, when I saved this as a PDF, the top of the screen just went over. Hang on, one of my cats. Hey, shush. All right, when I saved this as a PDF, the top of the screen went over the top of each page. I don't know why I did that, but this is definitely a CITI application. This was the one that I got denied for. So I applied for the CITI Prestige back on February 24th, if you can break that out, 2019. And then before that, I had a Charles Schwab inquiry. That was for the Schwab account, which I needed to get the Charles Schwab Platinum. And then before that, I had a Capital One. That was for the Venture card, which I just recently product changed to the Quicksilver because I didn't want to pay that annual fee, even though the SCRA should have covered it, but my active service date, then yada, yada, yada. All right, and then this one is the Discover one. I applied for the Discover It card, but I got denied. I'm going to do a video about that later on why I got denied for the Discover It card. And then below that, they're trying to sell me this Capital One Platinum. Here's the worst part of this video, guys. Feel free to skip ahead because I'm about to go on a little tangent, maybe for like 15 seconds. Let's do a 15-second tangent. You know how people say the thing that's wrong with Credit Karma is they're never correct about your credit score? Well, I think that's false. I think the thing that's wrong with Credit Karma is they try to recommend some trash cards to me. This is an insult. Don't recommend the Capital One Platinum card to me. I'm Noble Credit, Noble Gang. You know what the Capital One Platinum card looks like to me? Like, it just looks like trash. Like, when I see it, I don't see a credit card. I just see a piece of trash. Okay, so this is a good card if you're trying to build your credit back up. But Credit Karma should know me. They know I got hella accounts. They know I got hella cards. They should know who I am. So they shouldn't even recommend a card like this and insult me like that. But if you are in the market for a card to rebuild your credit, let's say you screwed up your credit and now you got to rebuild it, I would not get the Capital One Platinum card. If you want a secured card, I would go with the Discover It secured card because I think it has the best product change option in the Discover It card for when you finally graduate your secured card. Okay? Either this Discover It secured card or go with Citi's secured card so you can product change that card to the Double Cash later on. Because the Double Cash is surprisingly a hard card to get. It's not that hard. It's just hard for people like me. People who run through credit cards like it's nothing. At least that's what I'm doing for right now because I'm trying to build all of the rewards and free travel and free things that I can get right now. So this past year has just been a lot of cards. That's why my application list is like this. Okay. Anything else want to hear of noteworthy? No. Okay. So Equifax has 5 inquiries for me. Now this brings me to the end of the video where I ask you guys to put down in the comment section, is it going to work if I make my next application tomorrow or the next day for, shout out to one of my subscribers, Kelly Brown. She got the question right on my previous video, might have been the second before last video, on whether or not, on which card I was going to apply for next. How did she get it right? She knew that the next Citi card that I applied for could not be in the family that the Prestige is in. The Citi Prestige is in the family along with the Premier and the Citi Rewards Plus. Okay, so I wasn't going to get the Premier because I wasn't going to get the sign-up bonus. That's what you're not allowed to get. You're not allowed to get a sign-up bonus within the same family for 24 months, I believe. I think that's the rule. We have the rules over here. We have a 24. Why don't we have that 24-month rule? Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. The 24-month rule where you're not allowed to get the sign-up bonus for any card within the same family, and 24-month application rule. There it is. 24-month application rule. Why is it not? Come on now. Yeah, it's 24 months. So back to Kelly Brown. So she knew that the card couldn't be within the same family because she knew I want the sign-up bonus. So she went with the next best card to apply for, knowing that because I'm active duty military, I get my annual fee waived. So why would I go with a lesser card? So she knew I was just going to go with the top of the line card, the Citi AA Advantage Executive or World Elite MasterCard for the Admirals Club access. And she put that down, and I was so surprised. I was like, damn, that's good. That's real good. She was right for the exact right reasons. That was crazy. Shout out to you, Kelly Brown. Thanks for being a subscriber. I hope you hear this. Good luck in your application history. And thank you for commenting. Back to the AMEX applications. This closes out the video. Guys, if you really want certain cards, you got to know the rules. All right? You got to try to have a way to get around these rules. You don't have to garden forever sometimes. Sometimes you don't have to garden forever to get some of these rules, to get past some of these rules. Sometimes you just got to know the rules, know which credit bureau is being pulled from. In this case, Citi pulls from Equifax. Equifax, at the time of me applying for the Citi Prestige, they had 4 inquiries on me. So 4 is less than the 6 inquiries in 6-month rule. Okay, even though I had hella inquiries on AMEX, and this is Equifax, and that's Experian, and I probably had some more inquiries on TransUnion. Actually, I don't think I had that many. It might have been like 2 on TransUnion, but you get what I'm saying. wow, those CITI inquiries showed up on Experian as well. Anyways, that's it for me. It's Noble Credit, Noble Gang. Shout out to the gang, man. Hey guys, check out that previous video, man. Check out the video where I just go off on this beat. Some loser made this beat, and I just went off on it. Alright? This is a credit card rap. Check that out, man. Alright, it's Noble Gang. We out.